The second part of Lucifer's 5th season is dropping really soon, and after that cliffhanger ending of the first part, we just can't wait to see what happens next. Thankfully, Netflix isn't too conservative with its semi-spoilers and leaks information. Thanks to slips from the streaming site and even from some of the cast members, we now have a working knowledge of what will unfold in the second half of Lucifer's 5th season. But before we reveal all the new leaked information we have on everyone's favorite devil, make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel with notifications on so you won't miss any of our next videos. Now here's everything we already know about Lucifer Season 5B. Number 1. The release date. Lucifer fans were shook to the core when Netflix itself leaked the release date for the second half of Season 5. In early March, fans were astounded to see the phrase "more episodes coming on May 28" when they went to Lucifer's page on the streaming site. The company obviously did not intend to reveal this information, as they promptly changed the preview to say "more episodes coming soon." But the damage had been done. Netflix was forced to just post an official release, confirming the May 28th release date once and for all, saying, "Here's something you definitely did not know." Number 2. A musical episode. It's not unheard of for serious as hell shows to have a musical episode. Surely you remember House MD's eccentric musical, as you either loved or hated it with a burning passion. Well, we're getting one like that for Lucifer, so you better warm up those vocal cords. While the show has introduced musical elements like song performances, this toe-tapping installment will be a lot more extra, and it will definitely test the versatile talents of the lead actors when it comes to singing and dancing. Number 3. The episodes were rewritten to accommodate a final season. Upon inadvertently leaking the release date for Season 5B ahead of time, Netflix was also forced to reveal that it will not be the last. Apparently, the show was renewed for one last season to end at Season 6. Prior to the show's renewal, the second half of Season 5 was supposed to be its last, and fans weren't all that surprised when the episode titles release sounded very final-ish. Let's reveal those titles. Season 5, Episode 9, Family Dinner. This one's pretty self-explanatory, knowing that Episode 8 ended with Lucifer's father, aka God himself, showing up on Earth. So we expect the father and son, along with Michael and Amandil, probably to try and settle their differences over a family dinner. Of course, we know this will most likely end in a catastrophe, which makes things a lot more exciting. Season 5, Episode 10, Bloody Celestial Karaoke Jam. This is the musical episode we were talking about earlier, and what do you know, there's already a track list for this highly exciting episode. The songs that will be performed include popular titles like Wicked Games, Another One Bites the Dust, Every Breath You Take, Bad to the Bone, No Scrubs, Hell, Just the Two of Us, Smile and I Dreamed a Dream. Yep, the one from Les Miserables. Intriguing, isn't it? Season 5, Episode 11, Resting Devil Face. The title seems like such a giveaway, since it just basically says that someone is sporting a resting devil face. This should be about Lucifer, the devil himself, no? But what if it wasn't him sporting the resting devil face, but someone who's pretending to be him? Season 5, Episode 12, Daniel Espinosa, Naked and Afraid. For this episode, it would seem that Danny would be forced to confront the awful things he's done in the past, including the kerfluffle with Malcolm. To be honest, he had this coming a long time, but some fans are hoping the naked bit would be literal, and can you blame them? Season 5, Episode 13, A Little Harmless Stalking. Lucifer has one of the baddest, most well-written stalkers in the history of TV shows, and it seems the spotlight would be on Maze for this one. As to who she's stalking harmlessly, we can only guess for now. Season 5, Episode 14, Nothing Lasts Forever. Now this would seem like a rather heartbreaking episode. Could this be about one of our favorite half-celestial couples breaking up, or someone who has to go after overstaying his or her welcome in the world of mortals? Season 5, Episode 15, Is this really how it's going to end? This was supposed to be the penultimate episode, but as the title would suggest, it doesn't seem very much like loose ends are actually getting tied up. More chaos seems to be unfolding, leaving us to ask, are you sure it's ending this way? Cause I sure as hell don't see that happy ending happening real soon. And finally, Season 5, Episode 16, which was supposedly the last, is entitled A Chance at a Happy Ending. So it would seem that our characters managed to get themselves in a position where things could end up well for them, but that is only a chance is making us jittery. I mean, like, what if they don't end up getting the happy ending anyway? The rest of the series will most likely still follow the same conclusion as weaved by these titles, but the producers literally had to stretch the story to accommodate the 6th and final season. So prepare to get a few killer episodes here and there, and expect some of the titles discussed above would have to be deferred to the 6th season. Number 4, we might see a massive fight scene. When photos of the refilming began to circulate online, one particular picture caught our attention amid the jarring sight of Lucifer in a face mask and face shield. We're talking about this photo of two humongous cranes set in a large football field. It seems the cranes were set up to film wide shots of a wide battle, not unlike the ones we used to see in Game of Thrones. While some fans guess that this might be the setting for the greatest showdown between Lucifer and his brother Michael, there might be more characters to that battle scene than we might expect. After all, this could very well be a fight between good and evil. Number 5, new cast members. The main Lucifer gang is already pretty solid as it is, but for Season 5B, they will be joined by some industry names that will surely add more flavor to the story. Of course, the main star that will go on to complete this season after his brief appearance in Season 5A would be Dennis Haysbert, who plays the role of God. We also already know that Alison McCarty will guest star in the series as Elizabeth Newman. McCarty is known for her work on The Haves and Have-Nots and Californication. Catherine Dent, who is most known for her contribution contribution to the Shield in the early 2000s, will also appear in the musical episode as Dr. Alice Porter. Another guest star would appear in the form of Terry Reeves, who has featured in Netflix's The Punisher, Once Upon a Time, and Chicago Fire, though we don't yet know what his role would be for this show. Other confirmed guest appearances involve Mark Adair-Rios, Daniel Hoytmeyer, Chris Payne-Gilbert, Jenny Tran, and of course Inbar Lavie, who will be picking up her role as the ever-lovable Eve. Number 6. When the second half will pick up. Let's have a reveal of episode 8, since it's where the rest of the season will pick up supposedly. The episode closes with an epic showdown between Lucifer and Maze, while Amadil fights the new villain Michael. That fight ultimately concludes when a blinding light beams into the office building, revealing God himself standing atop the stairs. He promptly exclaims, "That's enough," before calmly continuing with, "Children, you know I hate it when you fight." Then the screen turned black and cut to credits. Number 7. Maze's demon face. It was quite a hoot seeing Lucifer's actual demon face for the first time, but there's one more demon we've only seen in her human form. Well, apparently we won't have to wait too long before seeing Maze in all her demonic glory. In an interview, she revealed, "I have a great scene in the back half of the season with Dennis, and is incredibly, well, you get to see my demon face in that scene. I think I can drop that in there." So just imagine how that's going to fit into the earlier revelation that Season 5 Part 2 will be the most emotional arc in the series yet. Number 8. Careful what you eat watching the remaining episodes of Season 5. That's according to showrunner Joe Henderson, who said the rest of the season will make fans crap themselves. During that one interview, Henderson didn't specify what exactly might provoke such a visceral reaction from fans of the series, but the writer giddily admitted he was surprised by how much the creative team managed to squeeze into 8 episodes. Surely you've seen the trailers and can now confirm that Henderson wasn't bluffing. After all, our first glimpse in the next 8 episodes appeared to be loaded with confrontations between God and his son Lucifer, the looming threat of Michael's presence, wild partying at clubs, extravagant production numbers, and even a bus driving off a cliff. While we don't know much about that, it's pretty clear that Season 5B will be the most action-packed yet. At number 9, at the core, a family story. A great deal of the action and emotion that we see in the coming episodes will stem from the fact that Season 5B will mostly center on themes of family. Henderson revealed this in an interview where he basically summed up the plot of this arc. This is a family story. Dad's home and he's not happy with what his kids have been up to. That is so much of what we will explore in 5B is just that family relationship and the emotional aspects of that. As we all know, family drama can be the best and worst kind of drama, so watch out for that as we head into Lucifer Season 5B.